John, I just want to say that was absolutely brilliant. It was a superb night. I cried my eyes out and I loved it, and I want to see it on the world stage. Well done.
This is Stereo Karen, whose little 2.5-year-old, 3-year-old daughter was in the show, and she was fantastic. Enjoy it. They worked so hard, didn't they?
I'd like to see it again. Now we're in the company of His Excellency the Israeli Ambassador and the Mayor of Waterford, Brian Swift. Gentlemen, can I ask you what your reaction was to what was a stunning evening of music and dance for Pentimenti, the world premiere in Waterford City? And if I could start with Your Excellency, what was your view on really what was, for local people at least, a stunning performance?
Well, first of all, I must say that that was a very emotional performance for me, myself, being a Jew who survived that terrible tragedy of the Holocaust, and to come here to Waterford and to be audience to such a great performance. And I'm saying that because I am not a critic in art, but this is, I think, the performance is, the excellent performance is beyond the artistic aspect, which is, I believe it has been a great one too. I believe the aspect that was projected there very vividly, it is the historical aspect. And people should come and see this performance by their thousands and maybe by their millions, because this is a lesson done in a very artistic manner that can appeal to anybody who would watch that performance.
Mayor of Waterford, Brian Swift, your term happened to coincide with this world premiere. What have you to say to those involved, to the people behind this production, and indeed the people who brought it to the stage in the Theatre Royal and its world premiere?
Well, I'm terribly proud of them, and terribly proud of our own Brian Flynn, and indeed the lyricist and all the cast. I think it was a great performance, and you could certainly feed off the intensity of feeling that was there tonight. And as a Waterford man, I'm terribly proud that this show had its premiere in Waterford. It's a Waterford show in the sense that it was composed in Waterford by a Waterford man, and you have to be very proud of something like that.
And also, it's interesting to note that that's the first world premiere, or the first gala staging of an original Waterford musical in over a century in the Theatre Royal.
Yes, and if I could bring in another composer, we're celebrating inside in the William Vincent Wallace room, who would have been the last person to compose a world premiere famous opera musical Maritana. So it looks like we're continuing on our tradition, and it has to be good for all young people in Waterford in particular who are interested in music and theatre and the arts.
And the point the ambassador made, of course, it also keeps in mind a period of history that people shouldn't forget.
Oh yes, I mean, it focuses in on probably the greatest tragedy of the 20th century, and one which no human being should ever forget.
It's a matter of a coincidence. I mean, we saw in the show the Kristallnacht scene when Nazis start breaking into Jewish shops and burning Jewish synagogues. In that Pentimenti show, it happened exactly 60 years ago tonight. And I just want to mention that this is a coincidence that Waterford has the chance to record that incident in such a great performance.
Thanks very much indeed, John. Thank you.